What's the crack, lads? Welcome back. We're taking a quick look at what is coming Monday to eFootball 2026. So we've got 3 brand new cards that are going to be dropping: Fortress and long reach tackle Puyol. We've got Chiellini with long reach tackle and aerial fort. And of course, Petr returns as well. Now we also have a Paris Saint-Germain or PSG pack as well that you see here. And there will be a couple of other players as well as we launch into our next update on eFootball. Now I've done a video on this. This update is not coming Monday, but Thursday. So we'll concentrate that on a little bit later in the week. Well, we've already done a video. Now, I already have Carlos Puyol, and I'm sure a few of you have this card as well. I like him. He's very, very tenacious in the tackle, really aggressive, really good kind of throwback destroyer. Obviously, he's not as good as the new ones, Thuram, Cannavaro, as destroyers. And I do feel like that, even though I've played a lot of games with him, I mean, this Puyol is more than enough, I think, for me with all his skills and everything. Now, obviously, the new one is going to be a slight kind of upgrade, depending on how you train him up. He's going to go 1 of 5, 1 of 6 overall. And that's what's going to happen with all the legends. I've said this before. They are going to bring all their top tier, tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 legends into the 105, 106 overall sphere. And then their main legends are going to be like 107, 108, such as Messi, Pele, all them. Petr. Now, I've played, I think, a lot of games with Petr. I think over 700. And again, a very, very nice keeper. The one difference between this Petr that you see here, even though we've played a lot of games with him and he has all the skills, all the stats that you could ever possibly want from a goalkeeper, and goalkeepers will still make mistakes, of course, this Petr here does have good jumping, and you're able to kind of improve his jumping depending on how you train him up and depending on what booster that you give him. I'll give you full training guides on Monday. These are just kind of showing you guys the stats. This is not the final build of it. But again, he's going to go to about 106, 107 overall, depending on how you train him and depending on what manager that you use. We also have Chiellini. So I don't have him. He's down as a destroyer as well. I've never had any version of him. I've come up against him, and I will say that he is kind of similar to Nesta in that way. That, he's kind of tall, he's kind of agile enough. And this guy is not too bad either with the speed and, of course, all the defensive capabilities. But most of these cards are probably getting by with their player ID. That's probably the biggest thing that these cards have got going from. Now, I'm working on a video that will explain that quite a bit because a lot of people seem confused about it. And it's like, well, this card has 90 speed, but this card has 80 speed, but the 80 speed is still able to keep up with the 90 speed guy. And that's kind of where the game is at the moment from a gameplay point of view. Moving on from that, lads, we do have the divisions. Now, again, everything is coming Thursday for this. So, Division 1, I'm still getting a lot of questions. Even though I've done 2 videos on this Auba card, like, Auba, basically, to get him, you need to be in the top 100,000 when the ranking closes. So, if you're in top 100,000 now, say you're 9,000 in the world like me here, it doesn't make a difference. You have to be when it closes. A lot of people push at the end of the phase through the night to actually get in. So I know people that went to bed the last time for ISCO and they were like 93rd in the world, 93rd in the world, and then they woke up and they were like 102nd, but they wouldn't have known because they didn't get ISCO. So that is Auba there. And then also for the events, everything is seemed to be geared towards a major kind of content refresh on Thursday. All the events, all the longer term events, Strike Arena, all those sort of things, team play, all of those. Usually that's cycled in when we know we're getting a new update. Now, Konami are calling it a minor update. Usually when they, change things like this, I mean, minor and major, I mean, there's no real difference, I don't think, between them. It just depends on what they're calling it internally in terms of what they're changing. And this isn't a V5.2. I think that's why they're calling it minor update. I don't think it's like that there's going to be nothing added. So, yeah, we will see you guys on Monday. We'll be back streaming. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you then. Peace.